What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I'm your host, Robert, and today we're going to be talking about Pandora 7, Volume 1. Now, the story and art for this is done by Yuta Kayashima, and it is published by Yin Press, which shout out to them for providing the DRC for this. So, Pandora 7. This is this first volume reminded me of one, why I enjoy searching for new things, and also why I need to go with my gut feeling and my instinct on when I see something. Because I was kind of looking at this one for a while when I was kind of like browsing through stuff I could review. I kept passing over it. And I don't know if it was because I had maybe misread something on the description the first time or just whatever, but I am so happy that I circled back around, gave this a deeper look, because this first volume does what a good first volume, potentially great, should do. Because it has the characters, the lore and world building, has some beautiful designs, and some very interesting intrigue and mystery going on. So, Pandora 7 basically surrounds our main character. I don't know which is the right translation for the name, because in the description they call her Ria, but in the manga itself they call her Leah. Now I know it's that same thing with, the L's and the R's sound the same. So for the sake of this review, I'll be saying Leah because that's what's used in the actual story. So, main character, this 17-year-old girl named Leah Frontier, which that is a very dope name. Sounds like she's about to go on an adventure, because she definitely does. And she lives on this island that has all these various creatures and stuff from different races living together. Now, going back to the start of this volume. So, like I said, the cover and stuff is pretty good. The title is decent, but when I started reading through this volume and I got to the table of contents, so it's got 4 chapters, but this is a meaty volume with 250 pages. Now, the first thing that caught my attention was the title of each chapter. The 4 chapters are titled Chapter 1, The End of the World, Chapter 2, Departure of Despair, Chapter 3, Witch of the Mechanical Forest, and Chapter 4, The Experiment. Okay, that is going to raise some eyebrows, like, okay, what am I getting into? Then you see we get like a little bit of like a narrator speaking. And the narration begins, in the beginning, there was a box. A millennium of prohibition had ended, hope and despair consumed the world, and all left the same words. The box is the one thing that must never be opened. And we get this beautiful color spread of some birds flying through the sky, and we get this beautiful shot of the island that the story begins on. That is a dope looking island that really piques your interest. And then it jumps off into, we get just like this color spread with like this like weird plant. We see all these people with weird designs and stuff. It's like one looks like a demon, one looks like a cricket dude, one looks like an onion, and it is like, what the heck is going on? So, the 7 races that are in this story are the first one of the obviously one of the main races is the humans. They're called Humania. Then you got the Birdinias, which is a bird species where all of them pretty much have wings. The Plantitia, all like plants, like I said, like the onion, like you did earlier. The Craudilia, which are basically bugs, reptiles, and so on. The Dragonia, dragon species. The Warmia, which are beasts of different types, so like people that look like lions and pigs and bears and stuff. And then the Delmonia, which are demons, fairies, inorganic creatures. So those are the 7 races, which is part of the title, the Pandora Seven. So the setup for this story is that a millennia ago, the human race obtained some mysterious power that basically allowed them to get the upper hand and to overwhelm the other 6 powers. And so pretty much humans more or less took over a majority of the world. And so this island is kind of like isolated, and like I said, it has all the different races except for Leah, who is the sole human on this island because she washed up as a baby and she was taken in and adopted by a dragon. So there's this dragon that has been raising her all these years. And so our story begins with they are getting ready to celebrate the, I believe it's the Millennia Festival, something like that, that they celebrate once a year. But on this particular year, the I think it's like 7 stars or something in the sky perfectly aligned, which only happens once every millennia. And so on this day though, so let me take a little quick backtrack real quick. So Leah, of course, being the only human on the island, she has always wondered and hoped that she might encounter other humans at some point in time. Well, sometimes you don't like what you get, or what you end up wishing for comes true in the wrong way, because during the festival, humans invade the island, and they're basically searching for Pandora's box. Now, everybody on the island is claiming, "Hey, we have no clue what this is. What you're talking about? Why are y'all doing this?" But the humans are just like ransacking the island, destroying, killing everything across the board. Nobody is safe. Well, during all this pandemonium and stuff, whatever, something happens to where Leah somehow ends up unlocking Pandora's box, and it leads to a wave of destruction, and things kind of go on from there. And from some of the stuff I'm describing, you can see how some of the titles of the chapters are making sense or what they're kind of alluding to. But yeah, so this great calamity happens, and she ends up getting taken away, taken hostage, and lots of other things happen along the way. But that was like a super dope start to the story. And let me see, I want to highlight real quick, like I said, just like some of like the very cool different designs of some stuff. So one of the characters we end up meeting is this cool like lion beast looking dude named Leonardo. But he looks like this like very dope lion looking thing, like he's like flaming, like a flaming mane and stuff, whatever. I like his design, like I said, as well as just like all the different creatures and stuff that you meet just have such a unique look and stuff to them. And even, let me show y'all, there was a human, the ship, like one of the ships that the humans fly on. Look at that, man. That is like a very dope design. But yeah, but just like I said, just to say, like, this first volume immediately just like knocked my socks off, because like I said, I was not expecting all this world building and chaos and stuff to ensue. But I guess in hindsight, when there's mention of Pandora's box in the description, it's not going to be sugar plum and fairies and happy things happening. But like I said, I was just surprised in the best way. Um, like I said, like once I saw like freaking dragons and all these other creatures and stuff, and like I said, the first time they showed the design of the ship and all this just different stuff that's going on, and even stuff that happens like later on, like because kind of like some of like the main enemy factions, there's some potential there. Like there's like a main guy that kind of pops up, or he's kind of like getting set up, I guess, to be kind of like the big bad, or maybe not like the big bad, but a constant thorn in our MC side. I guess is the best way I can kind of frame him. And we also get another character that is a general who all this chaos happened on her watch, so she ends up getting demoted. So I'm interested to see like what happens with her journey and stuff through this story, and like what role she might play later on. But yeah, and this volume ends on a freaking cliffhanger, and I am just very eager to find out like what the heck is going on. I need more now. And like I said, I'm just so happy that I gave this volume a shot. Because like I said, I passed over it a couple times, but there was something in my gut saying, Robert, you need to look at that one. You need to go back and take a look at that. And I am so glad I did. And now I gotta find out when Volume 2 is coming out. Cause I'm like, man, I need Volume 2 right now. And like I said, and this also kind of goes back there. There was another Volume 1 that I had missed earlier last year that it just lives in my mind rent free, and I haven't even read it, but it's one that I'm also gonna go back and check out at some point as well. But I think that's gonna do it as far as this. Like I said, I didn't want to dive too deep into the weeds, but like I said, there's a lot of setup and intrigue. Like I said, I like how they at the end of the volume they gave that back breakdown of all the other species and races and stuff, and like the different characteristics and stuff. I like when a series does that, when it's like, hey, here's some characters or different races or cultures or whatever, and we're gonna kind of break that down. Kind of reminds me of like how detailed they go into with stuff in Magus of the Library, which is a manga I super love. Y'all should check out. But yeah, but let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I don't want to just keep going on and on and on, even though I could. But I feel like this is definitely one that y'all need to go check out for yourself, and check out the ensuing chaos that unfolds. But yeah, I am just very curious to see and learn more about Leah, as well as this the lion dude Leonardo, the dragons that are involved, and all this stuff. Because I'll also just tease like she also does have a dragon that is accompanying her on the journey, and I'm gonna leave it at that because that whole moment is pretty dope. Um, but yeah, and like I said, just sometimes humans suck. It's like, why couldn't y'all just come here and be like, hey, we come peacefully. Do y'all know about this Pandora's box? It's just like no explanation. We're just gonna just start destroying stuff, and everybody's like, whoa, we was in the middle of our festival. What are y'all doing? But anywho, like I said, go check out Pandora 7. Like I said, it's published by Yen Press, and let me know what y'all think. Because like I said, I haven't really seen too many other people talking about this one yet, and so I am excited to hear other people's thoughts on it. And if you do end up picking it up because of this review or just these impressions, come back and let me know. So as always, thank you so much for watching and or listening. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you'll get more dope reviews like this, as well as the podcast and other stuff that I do. And if you listen to the audio only version, make sure you're following on wherever you get podcasts and stuff, because I put these up in audio version as well. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Y'all have an awesome day or week. Take care. Peace.